I know this is not my usual coffee time. It's actually where I'm at. It's 12:13 p.m. So this is not coffee time, but just thought I'd come in and just just say something to a couple people. Not a couple, maybe a couple people get it, a couple people don't. I understand, right? But we all got our hang-ups, right? But just wanted to come through real quick and just say because I'm on my way into the doctor's office real quick to get a checkup and get blood work done twice, maybe 3 times a year, just to get tested, make sure everything all right. And I'm at the age where we got to get tested and stuff like that. And just want to remind people to uh, get your checkup, fellas. Get your checkup. Make sure you good. Some things in life we can't prevent, but I like to say is, an ounce of prevention is better than a pound of cure any day of the week. So just want to encourage people, man, to go out their way to really be vigilant with their health. Go out their way to be on top of their game with their health. Some people say mentals and dentals, your mental health, your physical health. If you ain't feeling good, let somebody know. Go get checked up. I know a lot of people may not want to go because they feel like the health insurance is too high. Then, with everything that's going on with this big bill with Medicaid, at the end of the day, man, your health is the most important thing. If you can't be on top of your game physically, emotionally, spiritually, it it makes no sense to do nothing else. Like I said, I got some blood work done 3 months ago. Everything came back. I got my chart on my phone, so I'm always looking, always in constant communication with my primary care physician. Everything's good. Y'all know I'm a bigger guy, so I probably need to lose a substantial amount of weight, but I've been losing, thankfully. And other than that, but that's the message. The message is just to be physically, emotionally, spiritually, money come and go. So financially, you might not be healthy all the time. You might not believe in organized religion, or you might believe in the ancestors. Whatever your spiritual realm is, you want to be grounded in that aspect as well. But physically, we as men, definitely when you start getting over 40, 45, get those checkups, get your prostate checked up, get your colonoscopy done. If you don't feel good, I know my back had been hurting for a while, right? Prior to this, prior to about to go in the doctors, like I said, I'm about to go into the doctor real quick, right? But I hit her up and said, look, I need you to give me a workup on my blood because my lower back been hurting. So I thought it was my kidneys. So she asked me my symptoms. I explained to her just the lower back, and basically, when I got the blood work done, the kidneys was great. It wasn't kidneys; it was a strain that I had in my lower back. Because usually sometimes I'm sitting, sometimes a lot at work, or sometimes I might strain myself with thinking I could move as fast as I'm supposed to, not getting my proper cardio in the morning, stretching, doing so forth. So I'm supposed to get at least 45 minutes of good cardio in the morning, stretching, having that type of flexibility. But I have been slacking, and sometimes I won't get it in. I'll just get up in the morning, do my routine, and start working. And that's not good because sometimes my work could be strenuous. Sometimes it could be nothing where I'm just chilling. But at the end of the day, I wasn't getting the cardio and the stretching in every day. That should be the routine for me, you know. So I say that to say, like, regardless of your situation, I know for me, I know a lot of times a lot of people that have jobs, they don't negotiate with their jobs. They might negotiate far as pay, uh, time off, days. But one of the things that I do with my job is I have a pretty decent health insurance. My health insurance is pretty good. And I take advantage of my health insurance. They charge me every week out of my money to for the health insurance. I take advantage of it. For those that don't know, usually when I'm driving up, I got my glasses on. When I'm doing the shows, I don't wear my glasses, but I wear my glasses when I shows. Every 6 months, I go to the dentist. Pretty much, I got good oral care. Um, Eyes is good. Like I said, I go to eye doctor once a year. Got pair of glasses for every room in the house, damn near, in every vehicle, whatever work. Pair of glasses in this truck. Pair of glasses. So I just want to remind people, man, like just don't be negligent with your health. I know a lot of us believe in alternative medication. It's nothing wrong with that. However, even the people that does alternative medication, I know our sister Azima does it, and a bunch of other people. Even she will tell you like, look, I need to look at your blood work. I need to, because she does some things that may cater to your blood work. But it's very important for us to understand being on top of our health, being being good with it. What's going on, bro? What's going on? Yeah, this coffee time, but it just ain't no more. And I ain't drinking no coffee. I actually got a bottle of water with me, right? Definitely can't drink no coffee, not in this heat. Even with iced coffee, I don't even. I used to make a lot of iced coffee even before these stores started making them. And then a lot of them be doing, too much of the milk and all that stuff. So try to cut back on that stuff. I know a lot of people that don't drink milk, but even drinking milk in the summer could be a little crazy. But the reminder is for me, like I said, but I just wanted to share it with you guys. And even when I was talking about the health thing, right, is I'm still close with a lot of my childhood friends. Fortunately, we all grew up. We like, secondary family. But even when I moved and I moved away from where I grew up at, we still communicate daily. We communicate, might shoot a brother a text or here and there, or a sister, because even the females, we're all still cool, right? But two of my guys that I'm real tight with, we all go to the doctors around the same time of the year. Then we had a conversation, man. We have the difficult conversation. That's one of the things that I believe that it's a myth with some people. I don't know nothing about that. When they say the myth that the black man don't like to go to the doctor or they don't have difficult conversations, I don't know nothing about that. I know that the guys that I'm cool with, that I grew up with, um, we grew up as boys together. So as adults, we grew up as adults together, and most of us are getting to that age, we're late 40s, early 50s, where you have to get those difficult checkups. You know, those of you that know about a colonoscopy will test your manhood. You might feel a certain way, but at the end of the day, you got to be able to talk about how you feel physically, definitely with your doctor, your wife, if you're a female, your husband or whatever, and your friends, because we may have things going on that we may not realize that could be potentially serious. So one of my guys hit me this morning. He thought I was at work and I wasn't at work. He's like, "Oh, so I said doctor's appointment." He's like, "Oh yeah, 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 yeah. I forgot." And he actually got to go back to the dentist this week. So it's crazy how like we all communicate when we talk about it. And just being able to be informed about your personal situation. I know you sometimes people feel like, well, I'm not telling my personal business to people. You ain't gotta be telling them every detail, but it's good to share and kick it and be like, as definitely as men, women probably had these types of conversations, but as men, your body goes through changes, good and for the better. So go to the doctors, go get your checkup, go get your stuff done. Don't be negligent with that. And it's just a reminder. I got to run in here. I'm supposed to check in it. It's 12:22 in the northeast, so it's 12:30. I take my time because all I'm gonna do is go in there, and I'm always early, right? I go in there, check in. Next thing you know, she like, come out, and then she asks me how I feel, check my heart, ask me what's going on, talk about my blood work, which like I said, everything was good from the readings that I read, right? And then it's over. So they said check-in was 12:35, so I'll be out of there by 12:45. But one of my brothers that I grew up with, his son might be going to the college that's close to me, so they actually going because they up here already. So supposed to he's supposed to hit me once they out of there, but you know I happen to be off today for the doctor's appointment, and he just happened to have the orientation with his son, so we're gonna chop it up a little bit. Maybe go get something to eat, because this is a different area. This ain't like back home. when you live in the inner cities. This I don't live in the inner cities. Just the burbs. It's got some city to it, but it's the anyway. Look, I just wanted to give you guys a reminder, man. You know, check on your, make sure you get your checkup, fellas. Make sure you stay on top of your health. Um, your body is your body. Your body is gonna treat you the same way you treat it. Get your walking in, get your cardio in, get your stretching in, have that flexibility. You know, we see people, as they say, black don't crack. We see people in their 60s, 70s, 80s that look great. Then you might see somebody in their 30s and 40s and be like, oh, you lived a hard life. Living a hard life just is not running the street. Living a hard life is not taking care of yourself and being on top of your health and understand what could possibly be hereditary. Yeah, yeah. Pay attention to the body signals. They are important. It's okay to have concern. Absolutely, absolutely. But with that, you know, you guys have a good one. Me and Sister Azima was supposed to did our show last night, but we possibly gonna be doing our show tonight. Hopefully, if the weather holds up. There's some strange weather going on, definitely out west. She usually gets the weather first, then I get it. She actually told me on the phone last night, don't bring up the weather no more. So hopefully tonight, Sister Azim and myself going to chop it up at 9 p.m. Eastern and talk about a couple things. But with that, you guys take care, man, and have a great rest of your day, and I'll chop it up with y'all later.